Hey middle schoolers, and welcome to the February edition of Book Talk. So if you don't know, February is Black History Month in America. So this is the month every year where we make sure that we take a moment and we recognize the contributions of Black authors, Black scientists, really anyone in the world who is Black, who has contributed to the things that we have today. So this month there is a Black History Month display set up right inside the library. Lots of books with Black main characters and Black authors. And I'm going to be featuring 4 of those books with you today. So if these sound good, you're going to find them right on the table when you come into the library. The first one I want to talk to you about is called Blended. And I've met this author. Her name is Sharon Draper, and she wrote the book Out of My Mind. And Sharon wrote this book, Blended, about a young girl named Isabella who is half white, half Black. And she feels kind of torn between two worlds. And it gets even worse when her parents divorce, and now she feels like she has nowhere to fit in. This is an incredible story about a young girl persevering through a very difficult time of life and just learning to find a place where she feels accepted. So again, this one is Blended. The next one I want to talk to you about is called Chains. And this is Lauren Halse Anderson. I love her. She is a great historical fiction author. So this is the story of Isabel. And Isabel is a slave right before the Revolutionary War. So we usually think of slavery talking about the Civil War. This one's actually the Revolutionary War. And she was supposed to be granted her freedom when her owner died. But things don't go that way. And she and her sister end up being slaves again. And she gets kind of pulled into the revolutionary movement and becomes a spy on her owners. So very good book about a young girl in an unfortunate time, just trying to fight for her own freedom, trying to get herself out of chains. So this one is, again, Chains. This one I absolutely love. This is the first of 4 books in a series by Jason Reynolds. If you're interested in reading about the Black experience, I cannot recommend Jason Reynolds more. This guy is amazing. This one's called Ghost, and it's the first in a series of 4 about kids on a track team. And the main character in this one, his name is Ghost, and he is a sprinter. He's very fast. And he kind of challenges this kid to a race, and he beats him. And the kid he beats is like supposed to be Olympic level. So Ghost gets noticed by the coach, and the coach is a former Olympic athlete, and he encourages Ghost to join the track team. And he's got natural talent. He's amazing, but he has a lot of demons that he's dealt with at home. And so it's kind of about him finding his way through track. So this one was a National Book Award finalist. You see that sticker? That means lots of people think this is a very good book. Very accessible, easy to read book. Love this one. It's called Ghost. And our last one is a fantasy. This one's called Amari and the Night Brothers. So in this book, Amari's brother Quentin has disappeared. And she can't figure out where he's gone. She doesn't know what's going on. She's kind of searching through his room, and she finds a trunk, like a chest. And it has an invitation to this magical schoolish type thing, school. And she goes. She's looking for Quentin, her brother. But she hasn't known about magic her whole life like these other kids. And they even they find out what her magic talent is and even kind of frown on it. Like she's not supposed to have that ability, even though she does. And it's all about her desire to be reunited with her brother, but she uses her magic to help her get there. So great story if you like a good fantasy. This one is the first one in the series. It's called Amari and the Night Brothers. I want to thank you so much for joining me this month and learning a little bit about Black literature and Black authors. I think one of the most important things we can do as people is to read outside of our experience. You can make yourself a more empathetic, more caring and understanding person by reading about people who have different experiences from you. It helps you grow and helps you be a better member of the world as a whole. So I challenge you this month to try to read something that you haven't ever been through, or read a book by someone who has a different life than you. See if you can grow a little. Thanks for joining me, and as always, be a reader.